welcome back to my kitchen for a new dessert devotion. I can't wait to share with you an easy dessert recipe and a short devotional. Today's recipe is a homemade chocolate ice cream. We're going to start by whipping up 1 pint of heavy whipping cream. After beating it for about 3 or 4 minutes, you'll see that it starts to thicken up and form peaks. You see how now I can form little wakes in my cream? Now we know we're ready to go to the next step. Now I'm going to add 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. Do you like my squeeze bag? Aren't they neat? And then I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder. All I have to do now is by hand, I'm just going to mix this all together until it's somewhat blended. For an extra layer of chocolate flavor, I'm going to add some brownie pieces. Instead of having to bake brownies, I just got some store-bought mini brownie bites and just chopped them up. So I'm going to stir in about 2 cups of those brownie bits into my ice cream. Now I'm going to pour my mix into a freezer-safe container and freeze it for at least 8 hours. Now that our ice cream is in the freezer, let's settle in for a time of devotion. I have a confession to make. I hate starting over. I just can't stand when I'm in the habit of doing something really well or something that's good for me, even something that I enjoy, and then I kind of slack off. It is so hard to start over. I know this past summer I loved to ride my bike, but I'd kind of slacked off. Well, I had some good excuses. I was traveling with family or I had to do reserve duty. And before I knew it, it had been a month since I'd been on my bike. I couldn't wait to get back out there with my friends and ride for a group ride. But yet a part of me was dreading it because I know that it was going to be a struggle, that it was going to be a challenge, that I would be tired. I would be on the struggle bus, right? I knew I was going to be sore the next day. But I had to just get over starting over. So the goal of today's devotion is to convince you that when you have things that you know you need to start again, the most important thing is to mentally get over starting over. Our scripture focus today is found in the story and in the book of Ruth. If we remember the story of Ruth and Naomi, they were in Moab, and Naomi lost her husband, she lost her sons, and so afterwards, what were they going to do? Naomi knew that she had to start over. So she puts it in her mind that she's going to start over by moving back to Judah, moving back to Bethlehem, and starting life over. And we know that Ruth decides to go with her. Well, you know what? It wasn't easy starting over. In fact, remember in that first chapter, I'll read in verse 19 all about their struggle to get over starting over. It says, when they came to Bethlehem, the whole town was stirred because of them. And the women said, "Is this Naomi?" She said to them, "Call me no longer Naomi. Call me Mara, because the Almighty has dealt bitterly with me. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi when the Lord has dealt harshly with me and the Almighty has brought calamity upon me?" So Naomi returned together with Ruth the Moabite, her daughter-in-law, who came back with her from the country of Moab. It was not an easy journey. They didn't have anything. They barely had any family or footing. It was starting all over again. But when we continue to read the story of Ruth and Naomi, you know that how it turns out. It was hard to start over, but Naomi quickly got over starting over. And she began to see an opportunity for Ruth to remarry by marrying Boaz. And they were able to settle in and to secure not only the future of their family, but it also secured the line of David. It is always hard starting over. But I hope that you find encouragement today that if I can start over, if Ruth can start over, you can start over too. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this easy homemade ice cream and many blessings in your journey to start over. follow my Facebook page, YouTube channel, or Instagram for new editions of Dessert Devotion.